aka esync444. And I believe the mic is working this time. First time. Wagwan. Okay. What's up, folks? Yeah, that can work. That's how we rocking it. You know, when you're looking at what's that? Is that X? Yeah, that'll do. Right. Yo, happy birthday, Snoop. Snoopy. Oh, but Snoopy. Get my drinks. Not much. Yo, so anyway, at this kind of time, yeah, I don't know who's with me, but salute. Yo, there's many Libra icons, yeah. Check me out. You can see the mic in the shot. Okay, yeah. So woo. Yeah, it looks all right. Just testing out the caption, innit? But anyway, yeah. So there's a slew of Libra celebrities. Yeah, I mean, I did a video about the Super Galactic Center, second degree of Libra, and all of the people that, well, on the top of the list that were born on that day. And over the last few days, we've had many celebrity birthdays you can think of, and you know, family and friends as well, obviously, the real life people. And yeah, happy birthday to all of y'all who have not got to see or got to share celebrations with or anything. It's been quite a hectic time with these alignments. The full moon just last week, so now we're on the what we call the third quarter, last quarter also is known as. You got the moon in Cancer making a square to the sun in Libra, so causing tension between the male and the female archetype on the inner and the outer, the masculine and the feminine, within one and within others. As above, so below, as within, so without, the axioms of the laws of how it is. And it's 05:05 at the moment on my clock over here. Yes, in what we have as BST. Oh yeah, BST. So yeah, next week we're gonna go back as GMT in these parts here, and that means we should get an extra hour in the sack, and it should happen in, well, assuming it don't happen tonight, yeah, because I ain't really checked the media, the forecast, or anything like that. It should be next weekend, and it'll be this time next weekend, basically. So I'm guessing I should plan something for that, make use of that window there, although there is much, you know, to be taken care of. So anyway, yeah, Snoopy. And have a quick look at his chart, and then see what else has strand across and make links to. So yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my days, these other names. You Google Snoop, yeah, for yourself and you see it. So I mean, if you don't know Snoop Doggy Dogg, then I don't know where you've been for the last wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. 25 years? Yeah, he's done 25 years. Nearly 30-year anniversaries of being in the game, like well known and whatnot. Kind of popped up on the scene around 92. So yeah, with Doggy Style. Yeah, album must have sold about, I don't know, stupid amounts of millions. In the tens of millions anyway, like hundreds of millions of records this guy's sold, man. You don't really get too many artists bigger than old Carvin Codazar Brothers Jr. What a name, innit? Codazar. Can't remember what the story is behind that, but I'm sure I should have seen enough Snoop stuff. Yeah, that story about Snoop. I mean, well, I say only Snoop, yeah, but yeah, typical Snoop, just taking up headlines in his time. He's got a PBR on deck now. What's a PBR on us? Professional blunt roller. Yeah, this is Snoop we're talking about, so naturally. Said something about all the time that he would spend doing that, makes sense to employ a guy to do it. The hilarious is the hilarity of it actually, yeah. That's why I gotta love Snoop and these scales, man. So weighing things up, so nice. Said something about dude's timing, like the dude's timing's impeccable. It's like he must have watched Snoop's rhythms and that, and understands how to keep him in the right zone and in the right space. How Snoop likes to do it. Yeah, what do I want? I want his natal chart. So I'm having a look for that. That's one of Snoop's latest ones. He stays at it. That's why I gotta give it him. I mean, what, 71? Yeah, Snoop's 48, yeah? Ain't no secret about Snoop's age at this point. He been in the game from I don't know when. Oh, and according to this, yeah, it's actually quite hilarious when I'm looking at it because it's 26 degrees and 59 minutes of Libra. So due to that birth time, which rounded up or down, his sun's not quite crossed onto the 27th degree. And if I look at, it says edit like a boss. If I just have a quick look at the solar fire chart, yeah, of today, it will show the sun's at 26th degree of Libra. So Snoop's having his what he calls solar return. It's not quite exact yet. It's 31. Yeah, is it 31 minutes? 20? Yeah, 31 minutes off precise solar minutes, base minutes. So yeah, about halfway through the day, Snoop's solar return will be exact, and that will signify like some significance about how his year is going to go. And anything I can see for the dog straight out the bay. Well, to be fair with you, I'd really like to see certain other things in alignments and that, and not drawing it up off this chart straight away. Let's look at his chart, or what astral theme is showing me for his chart. So according to the public record, assuming that this record's right, because you know what it's like with celebrities in particular, let alone anybody else. This is interesting. Do you know what it is, right? Okay. Things that are coming to mind, or people that are coming to mind. R.I.P. Stack Bundles. Yeah, been listening to a bit of Stack. I know he's a Libra. I'll check what it is. Eminem. I know he's a Libra. And yeah, the pair that I want to do, Black Thought and Talib Kweli. So yeah, I want to do them two. They're both October the 3rd, the 9th degree of Libra. Interesting charts and absolutely supremely phenomenal MCs of the just next echelon caliber. No coincidences that those pair are born on that day, I believe. Snoopy, okay. Moon in Scorpio, ain't that sweet? In fact, so sweet, right? That as the transit goes round, yeah, the actual, I want to say, yeah, the speed of the planets has got to be Venus. So Venus is falling on Snoop's moon this year around his birthday. That's interesting. What does that mean for his family, his home, his partner, his wife, in it? Like Snoop's married. So a lot of other alignments, so it'll time with those, but the Venus is the dispositor of the sun for Snoop. So like he's a Libra sun, and Libra is ruled by the planet with Venus, and it's actually in Scorpio this year. So I mean, I'll check where Snoop's Venus is anyway. Probably in Scorpio, not in Snoop. Okay, could be in Libra, but let's see. I think Snoop's on those Pluto cusp, guys. Let's have a look what side it's for Snoop. Okay, right. So Snoop's kind of like the earliest or close to that Pluto supergalactic center point there. He's basically got Pluto on 0 degrees Libra. So yeah, sorry, let me restate this again just to follow up with the chart. The 20th of October, 1971, 6:20 p.m., Long Beach, California. Sun 26 and 59 minutes. That's degrees, 26 degrees. Moon 15 degrees. Taurus rising, 0 degrees Taurus rising. And Capricorn MC, midheaven. Okay, let's see what we got going on for Snoop. I see your boy. Okay, this is mad. So the North Node currently is on 11 Cancer, 11 Cancer and Capricorn, North and South Node. South Node's on 11 Capricorn. Snoop's nodes, Snoop Dogg, Calvin, our friend, long time uncle to most of us in some way in the hip hop game or just straight game spitters. His North and South node are at 11 degrees Aquarius and Leo. So Snoop had his nodal return in the past couple of years. Well, just gone by because the nodes move in the opposite direction to everything else. Basically back of Joanna Zodiac, whereas most of the planets move forwards, I believe. Apart from obviously retrograde motion taken into account. Right. Let's focus in a bit more on Snoop's chart. So all these planets are on the western horizon, we'd like to say. And this actually makes a fair bit of sense. Because if you look at how Snoop actually got into the game one. In fact, yeah, man. So Snoop's been doing this a good 30 years. Yeah, how could I forget? So I meant to do a Nate Dogg video. Didn't get around to doing that video. It's been challenging events. But RIP Nate Dogg, because Nate Dogg would have been 50 this year. And Nate Dogg's birthday is, in fact, you know what? And this is what I mean. Nate Dogg and Snoop, there's a sextile between their son and their sons, both their sons, as in their natal sons in their chart, rather than their biological sons that they fathered. Yeah. Because Nate's born like the 19th of August. So, and this is the 20th of October. So, if you can see the dates are close in number, kind of gives you an idea that the angles are close in terms of distance, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, because each month's roughly 30 days. So, if you see a similar number in a month, then it's going to be roughly 30 degrees of sun movement. It's quite easy when you think about it in that term. Or if you put it in the simple terms, then if you had just took the first of the month every single month, like January, February, March, April, the sun's likely to be close to the same degree number in the consecutive sign following after, because it's close to like 30 days the following month. So there's 2 months between Nate and Snoop. So that's where you get the 60-degree angle, which we call a sextile. This is an angle of opportunity, which actually speaks to the opportunity that arose when they met one another. And, you know, they started getting busy with the music together. Anyway, let's have a look at what else is cracking here for this guy. Okay, this is interesting. Very interesting. These Saturn nodes. The karma between... Oh, wow. 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 I don't know. It's like, I'm sure I've seen Snoop's chart before. Let's be real, innit? Like, some shape or form. Maybe I just looked up in an ephemeris or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, where's his Venus? Scorpio, as I preempted. Says a lot about Snoop. Mercury and Scorpio. I mean, he come up right in what, the gangster rap, as it was known, prolifically and specifically with Dr. Dre. So this is what I was speaking to before, sorry, digressing and getting back to all of his planets being on one side of his chart, what we call the west side. Oh yeah, so Libra itself, right? This is where it's all just like it's just funny. So Libra, in terms of astrology, see if I can find a timepiece. I'm not like, yup. There we go. Let's go to school, kids. What am I clicking on? Need to be looking on this. There we go. So Libra would be the number 3 on this side. Aries would be the number 9. So here you go this way around the zodiac and that way, like that. So here, this side is what we call the west side. Although if you looked at a piece of paper, it'd be the east side. And I always explain this in the fashion of you're looking down at a piece of paper, but really you're looking at a picture of the sky. So if you transpose that, you actually like it. Actually, like it's like flipping it over. You're looking at what you think's down here, but really it's up there. So the picture's a little bit twisted, so to speak. The geocentric, heliocentric is the flat question. So anyway, the point being with Snoop's planets are being over here on the Libra side. He's got like what you call a stellium, or he's got close to a stellium, 3 or 4 planets in one sign or one house. Yeah. Let's have a look. Snooper. All right. So yeah, stay on this one. Go on this one. And the west side, obviously, is what he's known for, kind of representing in terms of American West Coast hip hop. He just represents hip hop all over and just represents everything. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion, Snoop, whatever you want to call him. This being the case anyway, right? That's why I just seen the irony with his planets all being west-sided. Libra being the archetype of the other person, of relationships and partnership and how you do things with other people. So that's why I was talking about him coming in the game with Dre. That's why I was talking about him partnering up with Nate Dogg. And he actually was with Warren G as well. So they made the group 213, or it consisted of them 3 guys. Snoop and Warren G and Dr. Dre being step brothers and whatnot. Basically, like Warren G tried to put Snoop onto Dre, and I think Dre just did that big brother thing of not really paying too much attention to what your brother was saying, and somehow like the tapes got to like Warren's ended up like getting Dre to listen to this tape eventually one way or another. And he's heard it. Someone he might have passed it through someone else or something. But long story short, Dre's ended up hearing his tape, telling Warren to get his boy in the studio or telling him to meet up and that because he was feeling like what he does. And that kind of got Snoop lined up with them and Death Row. And then what you had of like the Chronic album, which was the thing that preceded Doggy Style, which followed up maybe 93. So like I talk about it because it's pretty much just like hip hop history that's part of the commercial golden era, you could say, when they started selling multi-million records and going platinum and doing crazy world tours that made quite a bit of money back then, at least for the record company and Mr. Marion Suge Knight. Serious guy. Death Row Records. I ain't got nothing to say. He ain't nothing to play with, regardless of even his status now. You know what I mean? Suge's just been Suge all the way through, really. And man, Suge is Suge, innit? It is what it is. Like, without him, we won't have the story that we have. Like, someone's always kind of got to be the bad guy, aren't they, or something of that nature. And Sugar plays that role to a T. But like they always used to say, if he was for you, he was with you. And if he wasn't, or if he was anybody else, he was just walk all over you. But that's kind of like the Martian mentality. Aries, Scorpio, Mars in general. It's kind of just like getting something done and only concerned about that and that alone. So, I mean, yeah, this is the case. Salute. Right. Mr. Broados. Let's have a look. Right. So, what is it? 1, 2, 3 planets in Libra. I mean, if you include Lilith. And I was going to say his vertex. Yeah, that's 5 points. Well, 2 points and 3 planets. 1, 2, 3 planets in Scorpio. 2 planets in Sagittarius. So this is like a superstar of phenomenal proportions, Snoop Dogg. It's got Jupiter in Sagittarius, so in the most in its home sign where it rules. Strangely enough, yeah, Snoop's got Jupiter opposite Saturn. It's an interesting balance. Puts kind of like the wisdom planets at odds with each other. Saturn is the hard, real, practical wisdom. This is amazing, this chart, really, if this be the case. And actually, this can be... Oh, okay. This is something to consider. It really is. If you look at it like this. This chart is true. I mean, let's see where these Mercury is. Scorpio. Okay, yeah. Knew that. 5 degrees. Okay, which is in conjunct the Saturn I'm talking about, which is at 5 degrees in Gemini. But Venus is the chart ruler, 11 degrees Scorpio, which is strange because the North Node. Right, let's check this out. Snoop's dispositor to his sun. So his sun in Libra, disposited by, Venus, the ruler of Libra. Venus is at 11 degrees Scorpio. His North and his South Node, as I stated before, are at 11 degrees of Leo and Aquarius. So Leo, Aquarius, and... Ready watch. See, watch there. Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio all make a square to each other. What we call a square is basically when you get... Do it this way. I can't even see myself, so hopefully I'm close to here. But to this point, this point, this point, this is where you got a situation. Snoop has Venus here, so to speak, and the North and South Node here, so it's a square. Very interesting thing because it means relationships, money, partnership, all of that. It's just quite a lot of like Snoop's life's going to kind of like center around this thing, and sure enough, it has. But what I found interesting is that I see Saturn in his second house, and yeah, Saturn in the second house can be deemed as quite challenging. Saturn retrograde in the second house. I mean, if this is anywhere near correct to chart, I mean, even by whole sign, if he's Taurus rising, Saturn's in his second house. So, what does that say? Wow, that he would have struggled to put finances together maybe for a time. And maybe that, he had to live out a bit calmer. Or maybe he's been very structured about his finances. I mean, like, he's actually got Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Sagittarius, lying right across from the Saturn that is in Gemini. So, I mean, Jupiter and Neptune together, there's just kind of like a... Oh, right, okay, yeah. Okay. Madness. So this speaks to... Smokes, yeah, that's right. This smokes to Snoop being the most high and making a business out of this. How would I figure this out? Okay, let's just say, yeah, Snoop wants all the smoke. Pun intended, yeah? Right? Jupiter, more expansion. Sagittarius, doing it real big. I mean, Snoop just happens to be an extra tall fella anyway. What's his chart ruler in aspect with? So it's not quite in square with Mars, but it's definitely in square with the nodes. It's conjunct Mercury, which is natural, and conjunct the moon. Okay, right. So yeah, the ladies love Snoop. Kind of Snoop's just popular all around. So moon conjunct Venus would like say that it would have a harmonious way. But what is really like interesting actually is that Venus and the moon are said to both struggle in Scorpio. So yeah, Snoop's basically like a deep and a wise guy, right? And he puts it out there in a certain way. But the reason why I was saying that he come up in the game and it was all gangster rap and that is that like he started with Dre and Dre was with MWA and NWA became Death Row when he left and whatnot. And then Snoop, you know, fold. And it's just that whole vibe, like the same with Sugar and whatnot. Murder was the case that they gave me and all this kind of business. Deep cover. 187 on an undercover car. So yeah, Snoop was just in the life. West Coast, the blue rag, like before you had Nipsey, you had Snoop. Do you know what I mean? In a sense. Although, you know, different guys, but like it Nipsey been likened to Snoop many a time by people. So yeah, man, just studying Snoop's chart in all different kind of ways. So according to this, his son's in the 6th house, Uranus, and even Pluto was in the 6th house. Okay, and this could explain to why Snoop's done so much work in his career, and why he's done some strange stuff as well. Wow. I keep seeing different things in Snoop's chart. I mean, relating to say maybe my own, and just maybe other people's in general. I mean, I don't know how this. Well, when I say I don't know how this works, I mean, I do know how it works. It's astrology. Like, there's no accent or reasons. Like, right. Let me have a look really, just for kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just double check this again. 1, 2, 3. I mean, if you counted that, that'd be something else. 4, 5, 6, at least, if not more. In fact, yeah, 6 plus 7, and then is there anything else that I could strictly speak of? Yeah, man, there's about 7 points relatively between me and Snoop. He's one of them guys, isn't he? Never really thought about it, never considered it. I just considered Snoop as like one of them guys for everybody. But maybe that's just why I fell in love with the era. And at the time, he's one of the first guys that I remember coming into this, and because of the age that I was when he jumped in, you know what I mean? So he made a remarkable impression around that time, being in the mainstream. Okay, I'm back on the screen. Oh, hello. Snoopy he's 48. He's 48. Oh, you're a Libra, my friend. How do you say your name? Is it, sorry if I get this right, is it Darren? Or do I just call you Dev? What do you prefer? Yeah, I'm back on the live stream screen. Couldn't see you. Let me type this just in case. Right. Yeah. Basically, yeah, Snoop's 48, Darren. Okay, cool. Thank you. He was born in 1971. And yeah. Yeah, this is Jupiter return has just passed his 4th Jupiter return. So every 12 years, give or take, Jupiter will return to the place it was in your birth chart. So when we talk about return, we're talking about something going all the way around and back to the start again, hence return. So Jupiter is a 12-year situation. Almost it feels like 11 happens beforehand. But you got to take into account retrogrades and this kind of thing. But yeah. I mean, let me just check out Marshall Mathers or anybody else that might be close to the data bank of that day. Seriously, says Christopher Columbus here. Never knew that. I'll tell you that straight. I never knew that. Oh yeah, I can imagine that might be debated, but that could do for somebody else to debate. Right, not really seen anybody that's really speaking out to me on that day that I want to talk about. So gonna try and look for celebrities by, I could use date of birth, but birthday, sign, birthday. Try that. Alright, okay. Birthday in October. Let me try 19. See, here we get today, day. I know one of these guys. It's a couple of days from him. There's a lot of famous Libras, though. According to this, it's Evander Holyfield's birthday. Go Evander. Yeah, I should have expected this with Libra. Michael Gambon. Oh, wow. Guy's got a karma named after him. On the Top Gear track. Talking about Gambon. Seen a lot of guys, but none of the people that I particularly want to talk about. Yeah, Libra's got, well, according to this, these are celebrities, but none of the ones I want. Suspicious of feeling, if I go to the 17th, maybe, might find Marshall there. Can't remember. Won't find stat bundles in a database like this. Who I remember and who I don't remember, and why I remember them and when I remember them is always just random. There you go. That was right. Okay. Give me some credit. Literally said that one off the top. It is the 17th according to this for Mr. Marshall Mathers. And he has the sun on the 24th degree of Libra, which I wanted to talk about when the sun was on the 24th of Libra a couple of days ago. But, didn't work out like that. And he's in an Aquarius moon. And his rising is 5 degrees Sagittarius according to this. Probably hence the super extroversion. I'm always disputed with his birth dates. Pardon me, because he's rapped before and said it's 1973, maybe more than once. But according to this, it's 1972, and that will draw discrepancy and conflict with his chart. Let's see. It's birth time source, Bravo magazine, November. According to Visitor, the source has not been checked. It is not reliable. Yep, so that's just exactly what I was saying. Eminem's birth chart's sketchy because he calls it one date, other people call it another date. I don't know, it's just a fabrication on M's part or something the press got hold of and just stayed a hold of. I've seen them do that before in different guises with different celebrities. Kimi Raikkonen is Libra of this day. Evil Knievel. Wyclef. This is what I'm saying, man. You get a certain day. Pope John Paul the First. Like, I don't know. Margot Kidder. Oh, shout out to Lois Lane. I've seen Margot Kidder played. Met a girl called Lois. Told her that story. Because I'm a geek. No, but strangely enough, she got like this weird look of her actually. Like the dark hair thing and that. So it's just like, okay. She'd obviously had the Lois Lane lines in her life, innit? But what can you do in it? Maybe you get a name and you end up looking like the person because you have the name. How does it go? Who knows which way around does it work? This is what's mad. This is just one particular day. But yeah, the sun's around that Taurus for a lot of these people. So it's favorable for many of them to shine. Ziggy Marley, okay. Villas Bosch. Andre AVB. Andre Villas Bosch. Okay. Didn't know that. It's funny what you find out. I mean, this wasn't really hard to find out. There's a big list of people. But yeah, this is just me just doing the Libra thing. For Libra season, people. For Libra season. Right, let me jump back to the screen. Sorry to be leaving you out if you're talking. Hey, it's been a busy and stressful month for you. Oh, okay. Yep, me too. Ain't gonna lie. I can relate. I can relate to that. Right, check me out. So, unfortunately, you've been looking at me and I've been looking at the screen. You can't see the screen, but you know, it is what it is. Bear with me. What is this? All right. Go Astro theme. Right, okay. Let's check the time of this video. It's kind of late. Right, yeah, it is. It is. Okay, what other Libra do I want to talk about? Because I'd say Snoop's chart's probably accurate out of some of them. Eminem's is sketchy. Let me check my theory about this day. Who've they got in here? Gwen Stefani. Okay. Al Sharpton. Yeah, basically just not the two guys that I was looking for. But yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case. And just try to see if there's anything that they share in common with other people that I can see on this list. That's how it works. You work out what the common link is between people, the planets. Obviously, all these people are born in different years, so it's just the sun generally that's in the same place. ASAP Rocky. Ooh, interesting. Right, there you go. See. So the ones that tend to get known or do similar professions, born on similar days, starts to make you think what kind of planets stand up in the zodiac that support these people doing these particular things that they do. So, you know, is what it is. Right, people, anyway, I'm going to bounce because it's late. Everybody needs some sleep. I'm going to say Like, share, follow, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Much love, and we'll speak to you soon. Deuces.